Hi, Tim from Fair Play now, and here we go again. Into Tier 4 we go. Just learnt today that Sussex, as well as many other counties and regions across the UK, are going to go from Tier 2, which we are currently, or Tier 3, up into Tier 4, along with, of course, London, Kent, etc. have been there for the last few days. And yeah, this is really starting to look like that film Gaslight, isn't it? Not sure if I recommended Gaslight, but it's a film made in 1944, well worth looking at if you can get hold of it. Either an old sort of DVD maybe, or you can actually rent it on Amazon Prime if you're on there for about sort of £2 or £3 or something. It's good entertainment actually. It's made in 1944. You can depend on a good storyline, not just some silly special effects, etc. like modern films have to rely on because they don't know how to write a good story these days. And there's a particular, I won't give away too much of the plot just in case you want to see it, but basically one of the bits in it, basically the husband's trying to sort of make his wife think she's mentally ill for various nefarious reasons, which will become apparent if you watch the film. But what he's doing is he's basically locking her down, keeping her at home all the time, doing all these different things to her to sort of undermine her psychologically. And one of the things he does was a particular scene where he promises that she can go to this party, some kind of party, and she's really happy, she's dancing across the room, and then she does something that he deems to be sort of naughty. Oh, look at you, you're overreacting, you're going out of control, we're going to have to cancel this party tonight, sorry, we're not going out now. What does that remind you of? We were promised our 5 days of Christmas. Well, not they had any right to even give us our 5 days, but we're not even getting that now. We're getting maybe one day, Christmas Day, and then we're all into sort of Tier 4. And that's if you're not there already. So, and it's all because of course, this stupid new variant that they reckon apparently is around. Don't really believe a word of it. One thing I am starting to believe a lot of now is the so-called conspiracy theorists. Now, up until just a few months ago, probably sort of 7, 8, 9, 10 months ago, I was probably like most other people in this country, you heard the word conspiracy theorist and you kind of just rolled your eyes and thought, oh no, not those people. And to be honest with you, I did actually watch conspiracy theorist programs sometimes. I sort of like a good conspiracy theory. It's a bit like ghost stories, like a good ghost story as well. And just like watching a good ghost story or a good conspiracy theory sort of documentary, it's like you end up sort of thinking that night in the dark, oh bloody hell, what if that's true? And then you kind of wake up in the morning and sort of think, wow, it's probably not true, is it? Or ghosts probably don't exist. Conspiracy theories probably don't exist or aren't true. And that's very much how I used to be. But then I started watching some conspiracy theory people and documentaries and interviews. I saw all 5 of the Rose Ike ones that you might have seen. I think the first one was done in March and they were going on about just before the lockdown. The last one was done in early August. Not really sure why they haven't done any more. I'm sure now where we're at now, it'd be sort of kind of earth-shattering, the 6th one, but I've been watching other ones as well, and basically my eyes have been really opened, and you know, it comes to something where you go from trusting the government and the mainstream media, saying, you know, thinking what they're saying is mostly true. You know, obviously we all know they kind of lie from time to time, but I never really realised quite how much they lie before this year. And it comes to something when you go from trusting the government and thinking conspiracy theorists are crazy, to, after you sort of listen to some of them, finding out that it's the government and the mainstream media and the main kind of scientific advisors who don't make any sense, and the conspiracy theorists kind of make perfect sense. Now, of course, that could mean I'm just going crazy. Who knows? Don't think I am. Maybe you can tell me in the comments below if you think I'm crazy or not. But it doesn't feel like I'm crazy. And the reason why I'm starting to believe the conspiracy theorists is because basically pretty much everything they said was going to happen during these various sort of interviews sort of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 months ago are coming true. And in the Rosite ones, he was saying that I think it must have been the second or third one, the one that was done in May, I think that was the third one. He was saying what they'll probably do going forward is to try and keep the lockdowns going for as long as possible, and then they'll sort of bring in second lockdowns. They'll say, oh, there's been a second wave, and there'll be sort of second lockdowns and third lockdowns, and they'll just keep it going on and on and on because they want the control. And then there was that, what's his name? The Computing Forever guy, you know, the Irish guy. I just rewatched one of his videos the other day, and he was saying that as we move forward along the agenda plan, yeah, that these sort of evil forces have got in store for us, they will bring out a second strain of COVID, which they'll probably call COVID-21. And from there, as we go into next year, they'll bring out a, what do they call it? Basically the universal wage, you know, that they're going to supposedly pay us all. You know, everybody around the world is going to get a universal wage. So what's happening? What's causing all this latest round of tier 4 lockdowns and all the rest of it? Well, it's the second strain of coronavirus, of course, or second strain of COVID-19. I bet you as we go into next year, they'll call it COVID-21, won't they? And I've also seen reports now about this universal wage they're going to be sort of paying everybody, which of course will come with strings. You'll have to sort of take the old big V in order to get your sort of wage. And yeah, and that Computing Forever guy, when he was talking about the second strain, I looked at the date, 2 months ago that was. 2 months, when no one even was going on about a second strain coming along. So you can see why I'm starting to believe the so-called conspiracy theorists. Yeah, right, yeah. People telling the truth tellers, I'm going to call them from now on. And if people want to start calling me a conspiracy theorist, I'll wear it as a badge of honour, you know. I'll sort of just say, oh, what do you mean I'm someone who believes in the truth? Yeah, thanks, you know, that's a badge of honour for me. Thank you very much. And if people call you a conspiracy theorist as well, you know, wear it as a badge of honour, because you're an upholder of truth and defender of the truth. And, you know, good on you, you know, if that's, you know, how you sort of think of yourself and how you want sort of to do things going forward. So yeah, not very good news, especially as we're only a sort of a day or so away from Christmas now. It's the 23rd of December, sort of quite late in the afternoon, so it's not long now. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be the best of Christmases, obviously. I've got to have a few beers, a few sort of glasses of bubbly, you know, carver or whatever. My wife's got in, bit of turkey, and yeah, the usual stuff. Hope you managed to have a sort of a good Christmas as well. What I'm going to do is try and get a video out tomorrow. I'm sort of compiling a list as we speak of all the things that I think are fishy, right from kind of the early days, sort of start of lockdown, pre-original lockdown, coming all the way through to now. Every single thing that I think's fishy, I've started making a list of them. I'm up to about 12, 13 things now, and I'm sure I'm going to be more like 15, 20 of them by the time I'm finished. So I'll probably have to split any video that goes into that into two. And I notice this video is getting on a bit as well anyway. But yeah, just a few thoughts there for today. So just in case I don't get a video out tomorrow, have a good Christmas. And yeah, who knows what the new year is going to bring. But yeah, I think we're going to have to support each other and try and do really whatever it takes to end this absolute madness. Otherwise, it's just going to go on and on and on forever, isn't it? Anyway, I'll leave it there for today. Tim from Fair Play now. Thanks for watching.